right, you guys, let's concentrate on this one, on how to put this data into the calculator. We have our frequency, which is our X value, and our tube length, which is our Y value. So you can see that as the X value is getting larger, the tube length is getting smaller. So maybe down here you're going to want to take some notes on how to enter data into lists so that your calculator can graph them. Okay? So the first step, step 1, is you're going to do, just hit the stat button. Okay? And that is, look at the calculator, right here where my mouse is. That's going to take you here, and you're going to want to hit enter or 1. I'm just going to hit enter because that says edit. You're going to edit your lists. Okay, you're going to edit the lists. All right, and I've already put this data in, right? So you can see in list 1, if you just type in the number, so that was 440, and hit enter in your calculator, it'll take you down so you can put the next number in. So I've put my X values into L1, this becomes important to remember, and I've put my Y values into L2. So then after you hit edit down here, I'm just going to hit enter data, and remember which lists. Oops, I don't know what happened there. Remember which lists down there. You're going to need to remember that, okay? Which lists? There we go. Okay. Then once you have data into the lists, we're going to want to graph this. So we're going to hit second, and then we're going to want to hit Y equals. Okay? And make sure you have this written down so you can do it in class when we need to do it in class. So second, Y equals, hit enter on the one, on any of them, but which one you want to use. Let's just use plot 1. Okay, and make sure it's blinking on and not off. You could put it on off, but we want it on, so make sure you hit enter on. For this particular one, we want a dot plot. So if you're watching my calculator, the dot plot is now, I'm using my arrow keys. The dot plot is now blinking. And we put, here's where those lists became important, right? There's list 1 for X and list 2 for Y, and that's exactly where I put my data. Then, so make sure that's set up correctly, and I'll just put correctly set up stat plot. And I will hand out directions. Oh, I'm writing too fast with my pen. Stat plot. Okay. And I will hand out directions in class also. Now this is important. We're going to want to zoom. Here's the easiest way to get a good graph is you hit zoom, and then if you arrow all the way down to 9. Oops, I passed it. It says zoom stat, and that's always going to give us the best picture when we enter data in, okay? So I put that down there. Zoom stat. And in parentheses, I'll put its number 9, okay? Zoom stat is number 9. All right, and so here's the data. And we're going to describe the relationship, and we're going to say as the X value is getting larger, let's see if I can use my mouse so you can see, as my X is getting larger, right, my Y is getting smaller, it's going down. And you can see a slight curve to it, which is really important, right there. And you can check out the table. Oh, well, actually, I'm not sure it'll make a table, but let's see what's in the table. If we do second table, oh, nope, it didn't because we entered into the stat. So let's go back to the graph. So we already see the table right here. And you can see there's a slight curve. It's not going to be a straight line, and this data does not hit the X or the Y. So obviously we're doing a practice problem about inverse variation.